Donald Trump is rolling back citizenship protections for our service members. In fact, the administration just announced today that US service members who are abroad and happen to have children abroad can no longer rely on this country considering their offspring US citizens. They will no longer be considered US citizens automatically. Let me give you the details. US Citizenship and Immigration Services issued a policy rescinding previous guidance stating that children of US service members and other government officials abroad are considered residing in the United States and automatically given citizenship under a section of the Immigration and Nationality Act. So USCIS no longer considers children of US government employees and US Armed Forces members residing outside of the United States as residing in the United States for purposes of acquiring citizenship under INA 320. That is what the actual Trump administration policy guidance says.
Now, this is, out of all the unbelievable things that Donald Trump has done, you can't rank them, but this is near the top. Why? Because it's so gratuitous. Why attack service members, the troops, right now, out of the thin blue sky? Oh, I'm gonna send you to Iraq, I'm gonna send you to Afghanistan, I'm gonna send you to all these places, but if you have kids there, they're not citizens. Why? Why? What an insane thing to say. Now, look, I have a weird particular beef overall with all of this. I'm a naturalized citizen. I think we should all have the same exact rights when we're naturalized citizens, and we do. But there's I think a mythology out there that naturalized citizens can't run for president, that they have every right except that one right. But if you're born outside of the country, but on a military base, you're considered born inside the United States. I think that's good, that's great. I think all naturalized citizens should have that. But put my random beef aside. What possible justification is there for sending someone to war and then saying, well, if you make the mistake of having a kid while I've sent you to war or diplomatic service, well, you're an idiot for signing up to be part of our troops, so I'm gonna punish you by making sure your kid is not a US citizen. There is no, so why the hell is Trump doing it? No one's talking about why he's doing it. I think it's the McCain rule. John McCain was born in Panama on a military base. To rub it into John McCain, he now wants to make sure that if you're born on a military base outside of the country, you can't be a citizen. You have to apply for it when you're 18 years old.
You know, Trump is a fascinating guy because and by fascinating, I mean a moron. He's a moron, right? He allows his own weird beef to honestly hurt his electoral chances. So in a way, have at it, right? Like, I think this is disastrous, this is terrible. This is a way of punishing our own service members who are fighting for us abroad, right? In a lot of cases. And these are a lot of times people who would support the Republican Party. I'm sure many of them have voted for Donald Trump, and he's punishing them needlessly because he's got this weird beef with John McCain, who's not even around anymore.
What a snowflake to attack a guy who died already. What a weirdo, how insecure, how childish. So, all right, look, Republicans, here's my challenge to you. Either say to Donald Trump, no, don't do this, and make a big deal out of it. And I mean, do you have any control over your leader or no? No. I mean, what could he do? I guess, yeah, he could shoot a guy on Fifth Avenue and you'd let him get away with it. Why this attack on our troops? Well, I mean, if you're a Republican, and if you're not gonna challenge Donald Trump on it, you gotta take that support the troops stuff off your cars, out of your cars. Please don't pretend lying to us about how you care about the troops.
Well, they lied from the beginning anyway. I mean, that was their way of using troops as props to engage in wars abroad. They never really supported the troops. Supporting the troops would mean protecting them from unnecessary wars, protecting them from a preemptive war in Iraq. So they didn't do that. They just put a magnet on their bumper thinking that that's all they needed to do. But the troops were used as props by conservatives. Let's just be real about that.
And then sent to die, by the way, in those unnecessary wars. But to be fair, Lockheed Martin made a lot of money. So why don't you replace it with a ribbon that says support Lockheed Martin, support Raytheon, support defense contractors that bribe our government officials with legal independent expenditures, campaign contributions, and lobbying. That would be a more accurate ribbon to put on your car. So And if you're a Republican, you're a MAGA guy, I'm sure that you don't believe anything that anybody ever says. Go look it up. Go look it up. You can Google it. You can find it from any source that you like. Understand that Trump is now attacking our troops and making sure that if their kids are born abroad, that they're not going to be citizens. And then you got a choice to make. If you're comfortable with that, okay, all right. But you don't ever get to say you support the troops anymore. Like what you see? Click the subscribe button below and don't forget to ring the bell to never miss another video from the Young Turks.